And so with another day over, as I meander out the space at Surgeons Hall, and I come over to yet another one of the very many versions of Our Willie that adorn the streets in Edinburgh and in Glasgow and all over the place. Another day at the Fringe comes to an end, and it comes to an end for me after seeing 9 shows in 7 venues, something like that. Anyway, it began with an interview this morning, an audio interview that will go up on the website from a woman, very fascinating woman, who I went to see later on today in a lovely show, which was good because she talked about it being a meeting of minds, and I certainly got the impression from talking to her that she was here in the Fringe, not slumming it, but her pedigree, the experiences that she had. She was an actress who at one point early in her career was sharing a theatre with Morgan Freeman, and here she is at the Fringe, part of the world's largest art festival, and it's great to have that kind of experience and seeing that kind of stagecraft alongside the younger companies who are here, who are attempting to make their way in the profession. So from there, I saw began to see some of the shows this year that are going to be in the outstanding category. I saw a couple today that probably could make their way into that, and from seeing one this morning, a haunting, lovely piece of theatre, a Scottish piece of theatre this morning, I then got up to try and get a second interview for the day, which just didn't happen, and it was also my fault. I got times mixed up, but I'm going to pick up the show that I didn't see on Sunday when I bring Keris through, my daughter, who's in charge for some of that day and what I'm going to go and review. So lovely to make contact with one of the new venues from last year that's back this year, but has settled in Riddles Court, and they're doing a lot of youth theatre stuff, which is great to see, and I'll be able to review and see some of that stuff on Sunday and beyond. But from there, Sweet Grass Market, come on. Now I'm well used to knowing that most Fringe venues won't get their tickets sorted out in terms of the allocation from the media until the day of each show, but getting up in the morning and knowing not what you're definitely going to go to see doesn't really upset me or bother me at all. But for Sweetgrass Market, this is not the first year that 1, 2, sometimes 3 emails and nothing in response, and then going to the box office, and they're great at the box office and they sort you out, but it took that this morning for me to be sorted. To go and see a companion piece to something I saw last year that won a Fringe first, from a guy who greeted me on the way through the door going, "Donald, how are you?" Which is always lovely. We don't do it for egotistical reasons at all, but you know, everybody has an ego, everybody likes to be welcomed, and that was great. From there, off to Quaker Meeting House, and a lovely conversation with a woman in her 80s who had been up at Shetland and had met a woman at the box office who lived in Shetland, who originally came from Ayr, which is where I'm from. So serendipity unites all 3 of us. From a show in there, I then had to trudge in the thunder and lightning and get soaked right through to the skin for my next show. I had no choice. I had 40 minutes to get there, and it takes about 25. And most of that was when there was torrential rain, which was really awful in one sense, but not really in another. It's Scotland, for goodness sake, it's August, we should expect that. So Edinburgh has been washed today, and quite successfully. And tonight I also saw a show where I was the audience. They had arranged for the producer and her husband to come in and see the show, and that meant there was 3 of us there, but really I was the one, and that's quite awe-inspiring that the people concerned would still continue, still perform, because they felt there was a duty to do so. Marvellous. And I end up here in Nicholson Square, and I'm here in the square just about to go and try and liberate my car. Hopefully it won't be another £20 coin wander round Edinburgh to see if I can get my car back. But the day is at an end. Day 3 at the Fringe, day 2 of reviewing, and also what's been great is a number of the shows that I saw on Monday have been reviewed, put up on the site, and a number of the companies get in touch, and that also is great, and it's about the connection between us. Those that didn't get as good a review as they require in order to get more people through the door don't get in touch, and that's perfectly fine. And I nobody should have any. If I am there to make a judgment on them, then I shouldn't be appalled or insulted that they make a judgment on me. So the ones that do get the good reviews, and hopefully the ones who deserve them, have been very, very wonderful and get in touch with me and talking about it, and that's nice. So we'll see over the next 48 hours. I've got one, I don't know whether it met the threshold of getting into being recommended, and I've got to go and ruminate about that, because it's important, because not recommending that show needs to have criteria. We need to be absolutely sure why it is, and be a critical friend, not just somebody who's trying to dampen somebody's dream. So as I walk across to see whether or not I can get my car back, that's me for today, and I look forward to coming back, which will be on Sunday, with my daughter Keris, who will join me for one of these sessions. So until then, bye for now.